See, I'm sorry.
Traveler, you've come at a good time.
Bad joke. Bad joke for the traveler. Did you lurk? Okay. Have a good lurk, Kess.
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
What? We just accidentally started the story quest, didn't we?
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
Oh, how fun, Kippy! Give Puppy lots of head pats, and maybe a nose boop.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become contaminated.
Oh, you mean that thing I've been getting rid of?
You mean a new withering zone?
I can fix that.
I don't know about the specifics, but I hear that strange things are happening to people who cross through that region. The Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this contaminated region to expand, the consequences could be unimaginable. That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation.
'Cause I'm reliable.
Even if all you can do is stop the contamination from spreading, that will still save many people.
I can do that.
This is forest business. Maybe Tainari will know something. Let's go find him.
I am always happy to spend more time with Tainari. Please, give me an excuse. I love aggressive albedo. Yes. Yes, please. More aggressive albedo.
And Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
What? But I didn't do anything.
Catherine, do you have any commissions for us today?
What's happening?
Commissions, huh? Let me think.
It just auto-started the story, didn't it? That's what just happened, isn't it?
Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
No. No. No.
Say
No. No, thank you. No.
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
That's Nahida, isn't it? It's not Catherine, it's Nahida. And she's teasing me.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
She's teasing me! Oh, the audience would definitely have a reaction.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
No, I'm not.
In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
I could do that.
Hey, that's not any better.
Why not? Why can't I convince the mercenaries to be nice to children? They don't go to... But the whole point was for me to convince them to be nice to the children. I wouldn't send mercenaries to an orphanage without first convincing them on, appropriate interacting with children etiquette type. Anyways, isn't that just asking for a beating? Maybe. Hi, Sam. Too
I'm
true.
sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
I think it auto started us on the story because we were next to Catherine, so we're doing this right now until we finish it. And then hopefully we can go do things to unlock reputation quests. What did the floating child do this time? I don't think she did anything yet. But Nahida seems to be messing with us. I'm pretty sure this isn't Catherine.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
I win. Just realize that all your flowers in Genshin have HP as main stat. Yes. All of the flowers always have HP. Yes. Is that what you mean? She's not acting like a robot, not the usual. Exactly, it's not gonna. The flowers always have HP, the feathers always have attack. And then the other 3 artifacts can have different sets of main stats that are specific to each of them. It's not as complicated as it sounds. I'm making it sound complicated. It's actually real simple. You're Nahida.
Was it so obvious?
Yes.
I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions.
No.
That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
You know, I'm not doing the love poem one, but if you want me to go and teach mercenaries how to get along with children, I can do that. I would take that commission. The children would probably be thrilled. They think mercenaries are incredible. The mercenaries just need to learn how to behave with children, and then everything will be fine. We just can't leave them alone with them. But you shouldn't leave children alone with anyone anyway.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
A long time ago?
From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque? So it's been you this whole time?
Yes.
Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Why do they say it that way?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
What did you dream about?
It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one.
Good.
In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy.
That sounds nice.
I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage.
Neat.
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
That sounds fun.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
Okay, but I didn't do that. But I guess my characters are doing that. I was just thinking how nice your dream sounded. I mean, we already know that the Academia is definitely hiding you for their own purposes that are definitely shady. And we've been working on that.
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad.
Except she obviously didn't feel sad, Paimon, until you made her feel sad, Paimon. This is why I tell you to keep your mouth shut.
By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time.
That's probably good.
Her condition is stabilized.
Good.
However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering.
Working on that.
At the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
I think I already have it figured out.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival.
Sam gets it. Yep. Reach over and pinch Paimon's lips. Sush. Shush, drama child. Yes, exactly. The realization that Paimon is like the opposite of Colette. You know, Colette, whenever we get into a situation, Colette makes everything, like, wholesome and more positive. And then there's Paimon. Paimon, who always makes everybody look bad and makes me look stupid because she won't let me answer my own questions. Yes, Colette diffuses. That too, yeah. Why can't Paimon be Colette? Paimon is Pyro. Yeah.
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Good point.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
I don't think that was necessary, Paimon. Alright then. Anyways. We have done the start the quest thing, even though that is not what we were trying to do. Let's go get back into our quest menu and try to do things. Let's see. Don't be afraid to ask. I'm always happy to explain. Who are we supposed to... Oh, Tainari. Inside the tent? Yes.
This is where you've been, Tainari? That's...
Why wouldn't he be here? This is where he is?
Keep your voice down.
Oh, sorry.
Tainari, everything's spinning. Am I going to die? Tell Mom that I should have listened to her. And
Aw.
tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her because I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore. Tainari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true? I feel like I'm getting lighter.
What happened? Tainari, is he?
Is he okay?
Okay, enough nonsense.
Okay.
You just
Darn
have
it.
a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
If Tainari says he's fine, then he's probably fine.
Really? Then can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
Yeah, we'll keep the toy
No
a
can
secret.
do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
But we'll keep it a secret. We will.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the forest. I just wanted to look inside.
Oh no.
It's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Could it be?
Contaminated region? Maybe? Magic poison? Also maybe?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
It sure sounds like a withering zone.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him. His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind.
I can get that.
A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water.
I can do that.
They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidya forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand.
I could get them.
I'll ask the caravans. Go
Me.
find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
Hello? I'm right here. I am a traveler.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
Yes.
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region. There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly. Let's go.
Okay, well, If the caravan doesn't have the grass, though, I can get the grass. I could do that. I could get the grass. You just tell me where it is. I'm an adventurer, you know. He looks sad. I'm concerned.
Excuse me. I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Even for a sick
Closed?
child?
Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pull together Mora to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip.
I could get them for you?
All the merchants talked it over, and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I'll pay the
I don't
increased
get it.
price.
If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
This is why I like Tenari. But also, I could help you recover your parts. I'm very good at that.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest.
Stupid thieves. Yes, exactly. Also, just saying, this also applies to, you know, the real world, when people think it's a good idea to just take things without paying. You're doing a disservice to everyone else around you.
We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts.
Sounds like my
How many
specialty.
people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
I can deal with
That
them.
crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many, there weren't any people.
Oh no. They were fungi?
No people.
Or Aranyaka? Was it the Marinara?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine. The thief that stole our parts was a huge mechanical crab.
What the heck?
Interesting.
The Avidia Forest has creatures like that?
Is it that crab? I'm trying to think. It's been too long since we were doing stuff. I'm not sure I remember a crab. Thinking. Maybe? The sealed thing?
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of
No.
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation.
Oh yeah?
If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
Okay.
All right. We'll go and have a word.
Anubis is very involved in this investigation. Gather information near. Oh, here we go. Hi there.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents.
And?
It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab.
Okay. How does that help me?
However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables.
That makes sense.
The caravan carrying a large amount of Mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken. Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge. We'll eventually think of a way to get rid of it.
I can do that. I can handle that part. I just need help finding it. I can handle the destroy it part.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily lives.
And you have nothing mechanical, right?
It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done making a mess.
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it.
Put a landmine in a grandfather clock and wait. Maybe. That might work.
It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest, so instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby.
Aha.
Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
So we should bait it with something. And then follow it to its stash.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with.
I'll be fine.
10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on.
Which means it'll be an easy match for me.
Didn't academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come from? Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Ah, who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanical crab? This is rough.
Just tell me where to find it. I can do the violence part. I'm very good at violence.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
Kind of.
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given commands. If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things. Or the mora you made. That would be the most efficient method.
I get the feeling something machine is trying to repair itself.
But it only goes after mechanical components. This doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's really weird.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do
I
you
have a
any
plan.
Mechanical parts with you.
I think Tainari gets it.
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep them on me at all times.
Can I have them?
Oh, are you planning to...
Yes.
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components.
Is it building more of itself? Maybe. I was thinking more like it's repairing itself, but you could also be right. Maybe it's building more. That's also a possibility.
If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions.
Oof, yawning.
Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
I can use you as bait. You sure
I'll
about
have
that?
to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
I'm a professional now? I mean, I never called myself a professional. I'm just an adventurer. An adventurer with real big pockets. I can hold a lot of stuff. I'm gonna tag him and bag him exactly.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere around here.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Okay, we'll start from here and have the sumpter beast with the components on board lead the way.
Genshin requires so much time. I've been playing for a long time. So, maybe it's just because I've been around for a long time. But Genshin doesn't use a lot of time for me. In fact, I actually have, barely touched the game since we last played on stream. Sometimes I don't even do my dailies. Because I just have been tired and stuff, so. Hello, Asami! You Drew. How's the Genshin? We just started. You know, I wasn't expecting to do story questing today, but it seems like we may have gotten into a bit of story questing, because we need to unlock our reputation quests still. I haven't been doing those, because I don't have them unlocked, so we've missed out on like 2 weeks of them. Played since release, but got lazy with the world since there's so much to do. I guess, yeah, there is a lot to do now. There is. When I first started playing, we only had Mondstadt and Liyue. And I love exploring. I love looking for treasure chests, you know. So I had a great time. I didn't enjoy Dragonspine so much. I liked the story in Dragonspine, but not the zone, you know? But the rest of it has been pretty good. I just don't, I don't really like areas with environmental effects that make it harder for me to explore. I don't like that. I don't like the sheer cold and things like that. Wanted to do the Archon quest, but your quest blocked? We might actually be quest blocked for the Archon quest as well. I'm not sure yet. But it's good that we're doing some questing, because we needed to. Because you can only do the reputation quests, you know, 1 time a week, and we're already a couple weeks behind, so. Completely ignored the Dragonspine event? Oh, no! You were too busy taking your sweet time exploring Liyue. Ooh. Oh! I wasn't streaming yet for the Dragonspine event, so we don't have that, recorded anywhere, but I do highly recommend. I do highly recommend finding somebody's VOD of it. I'm sure somebody has it. Because the Dragonspine event with Albedo's story was great. And I all the time, whenever it comes up, I always say how I wish we had been streaming for that. Because I would have loved to have that archived. Sus Beto, yes.
This Sumpter Beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
Missed out on so many words from so many events.
Sumpter Beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it.
Well, some of them, like toys and stuff, they've been making it so that you can get them again, and
Why'd it stop?
oh, we have to feed it.
Looks like it's loafing around.
There we go.
It's hungry. The caravanners grew disheartened after their goods were stolen, so they...
Alright, it's moving again.
I imagine since they've been making toys from past events available, they'll probably make weapons and stuff available again at some point as well.
Did you hear something?
How's my collection of 5 stars? You mean weapons? I have one that we specifically went out of our way to pull on the weapon banner for. I have Memory of Dust, because Ningguang is our queen, and I like lore. And so I needed Memory of Dust. I needed him in my life, because it is such an important lore piece. So, I needed to have it. That's my only 5-star weapon. I have plenty of 5-star characters, because, we plan our polls, and we do all of the things to make sure that we get any Primo Gems that are available all the time. So, despite being free to play, we actually have a pretty good collection of characters. Because we're smart about it, and we're patient. You're sad about your recent 5-star? Why? What 5-star made you sad? Oh yeah, I recognize that. Only 5-star weapon you got is Amos bow. Aha. Wanted 4-star game gave you C1 Sinnoh in 40 wishes. Aw. Well, that's okay. You'll get the 4-star character. You will. Even if you don't get her on this current banner, she's gonna end up going on the standard banner, and she's gonna be on all of the other banners because she'll become a standard banner character. You know, that's the nice thing about 4-star characters. If you really want a 4-star character, you're going to get the 4-star character. You will. It's just the 5 stars that you have to be patient for.
It looks strong. Be careful.
You were saving for Nilo and Susbedo. Aw, I keep trying to use the buttons from Tails. I just tried to block. Oh yeah, that too. I forget about that all the time. They have featured 4-star characters on the monthly shop. I always forget about that.
Just try to escape this time, you naughty caravan robbing crab!
It did look kind of broken.
Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill it! Why are you stealing so many mechanical parts?
It looks like it needs repairs, honestly. It looks a little bit broken. It's probably just trying to repair itself.
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods. I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts, but they don't belong to you. Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. Any objections?
Don't wail, but you're a low-cost spender. All you bought was battle passes and a few monthly logins. Yes. Yep. Very early game, I bought the battle pass a few times. But that was because I wanted, a couple of the weapons. So for me, that was worth it. Because all of the other things that came with that $10 was a great deal to me. And I really needed the Solar Pearl and the Deathmatch polearm because I did not have any good polearms for my characters that used polearms. So close to pulling out the beast. Oh no. Well, yeah, I come from playing MMORPGs. And so to me, $10 or $15 a month to play a game that gives me hours and hours and days in that month, like just unlimited time that I can spend playing and enjoying myself. That's not a big deal to me. Gotta go to work, Sam. All right. Have a good day at work. Thanks for stopping by. How much Mora do I have? I have a lot because I don't really have things to spend it on. I'm pretty sure I have many millions and possibly billions. I have a lot of Mora.
You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
It reacted!
Does it understand us? Probably. Just because it can't speak back to us doesn't mean it can't understand us. I wish you could give Mona some of your millions of Mora. Actually, we got some lore drops on Mona recently. She's not poor. Mona is not poor. She just spends all of her money on astrology books. Very, very expensive astrology books. That's why she's such a talented astrologist. She's not poor. She just buys very expensive things that are worthwhile for her to buy. I'm not saying she's irresponsible with her Mora. She just spends it all. Close to pulling out the credit card. Don't pull out the credit card. Be responsible. Be responsible, Raiden. Be responsible. Sometimes we have to take a moment and sit down and breathe and remind ourselves to adult good. Don't spend more than $10, okay?
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so you want the crag to lead us into the contaminated region?
Seems like a good
That's right.
idea.
The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter, so it would be difficult to conduct a thorough search. If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets.
Yes.
I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe, it would be best to have a guide lead the way.
Paimon gets it now. Does the scuttler understand what you're saying?
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
Yup.
It seems to be really happy.
I can show you my collection once this cutscene is over. That's literally what I've been waiting on. I can't open my inventory right now.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward. Understood?
Does that count as understanding us? I think so.
I'm not sure, but our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components and to purchase Vasanti grass to make medicine with. We should return, but before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
Okay. That's what we were waiting for. Alright. So...
Oh! These
Yeah.
are the mechanical parts that were stolen!
Yeah, we got them back.
You really got them back for us!
Yeah, I'm amazing, I know.
Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Wait, didn't you want to purchase Vasanti grass?
Yeah, you could
Don't
sell
worry
me
about
that.
the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
That's fine too.
2 is enough.
No, that won't do. Here, I'll throw in some more.
I don't need it.
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Just give me the
Reward?
grass.
You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
To you.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti grass. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs, other dangers are still present. Take caution on this route.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
You're welcome.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
Yeah! Go do medicine things now.
Hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
Only non-standard 5 stars you got are Klee, Ganyu, Zhongli, Raiden, Yai, Kokomi, and Child. Those are all really good ones, though. I mean, I personally have trouble using Klee, but I also only ever get to use her during, like, trial character run events, so it might literally just be that I don't know how to use her, so I'm just bad at it. And I liked Raiden Shogun a lot, but I'm not a fan of characters that have those, like, 6-second stances. That's just not enough time for me. I like Child because his stance lasts longer, and I don't mind Kokomi's because I'm not using her as a DPS, I'm using her as a healer, And sometimes she's convenient as a DPS. And I don't typically need Hydro for very long. So, like, it works out on Kokomi. But for me, with Raiden Shogun, it was just like, I have 6 seconds to beat things up. And the rest of the time, she's just not that useful to me. I have other support characters I prefer to use. But I do like her. She just wasn't worth my pulls. Missed Venti and Zhao because of both bad timing and bad RNG. Ah. You'll get another chance at Zhao and Venti. Don't worry, those are super popular characters. They'll come back around. You'll get another chance.
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh, okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable.
That's fine. It's okay, Tainari. You're aggressive Albedo. You just have to hang out with Albedo a little more to learn how to be nice to children. You gotta pick up some of those dad skills.
I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
Yeah, yep, burst DPS benefits from a lot of energy recharge. Yes.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing a lot better, and his temperature is returning to normal. That's wonderful! Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier, and he told her everything about the toy.
Good boy.
Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you. Can I ask what happened?
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear I asked you to?
275?
Are you going somewhere far
That's a lot of
away?
energy recharge.
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin to compare to you.
Aw, you'll be fine.
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize they weren't as difficult as you once thought they were. Deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate me.
That's right. You'll do great, Kale. All right, then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
We'll be fine.
We'll be all right. You'll understand the reason for this excursion once we arrive at the contaminated region.
Was aiming for 300, but couldn't get it because it would have brought down other stats. Yeah. Finding that good balance is hard sometimes. I've gotta get my World Ascension so that I can level up Hu Tao higher. And my artifacts, too. Or, no, that wouldn't affect my artifacts, but I could get Hu Tao leveled up higher. Because, I need more HP percent on her. I actually don't have her HP, potential completely maxed out yet. I need to get her higher leveled so that I can.
You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
Yeah, he's mostly set up for otherwise to be a DPS. So he has you can see he's got his crit rate, his crit damage, and then all the attack HP and stuff. I usually don't need to worry as much about him being my backup DPS at this point because I have Zhao. But until I had Zhao, I didn't have a very good backup.
It should be... Huh? Where's the crab? Did it secretly scuttle away?
The traps weren't triggered, so it should still be here. Odd.
Oh, it's just hanging out in the water.
You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm not giving you another one if you lose it. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there. What caused the Avidya forest to become like this?
It's time to solve mysteries. It is time. Built yours for Burst and Shield? Yup. Honestly, I feel like Burst and Shield is a pretty good setup for Zhongli.
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks different from normal. It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Main DPS from the start was Ketching. She was your first 5-star. I really like I don't like Ketching. Anytime I get to use her, maybe it's just me. She's just probably not my fighting style. I just really don't like her. Also, she and I had a fight when I first got to Liyue, and she was suspicious of Ningguang and I wasn't. So we have bad blood.
Do you feel unwell at all?
I'm fine.
Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated region's influence.
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments.
I want a pet
My
mechanical crab.
observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal?
They're sparkly. They're brighter. She's a charge attack spammer. Flexible for electro and physical damage. Aha. Oh, she was Asami's first 5-star too. I feel like I'm the only one whose first 5-star was child.
This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the ley line lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of ley line activity in the surrounding area.
Okay.
From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
That's not good then.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the case.
She cost Yu Zhao on his first banner. No. Oh, I would be so angry. Oh, I would be so angry. Still didn't finish building Kokomi as you're healing since you stopped. Ah. She's pretty easy to build. You know, she's like 5-star. She's like 5-star Barbara, basically. Except, you know, she can actually damage things. She's useful. And she doesn't apply Hydro to your party members, which also makes her useful. She's like Barbara, but better.
Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
RNG artifact sucks. Yeah, mine does too recently. I wonder if I can zap these. No. I'm not sure I've ever had particularly good RNG with artifacts, but like recently, it has been particularly horrible. It took me forever to get artifacts for Zhao.
No, we haven't seen any animals this entire time.
There was literally, I needed one artifact to complete the full 4-piece set of the new set that was really good for him. It took me over a month to get it. Now, granted, I wasn't exactly grinding. It wasn't exactly on top of using my resin all the time to do this. But it was still a really long time. Didn't build Yai yet either. Oh, I highly recommend Yai. I am super, super impressed with Yai's damage. Like, I was not disappointed at all. I'm super happy that I got her. Artifact luck sucks, but character luck seems to be really good. Same here. I have excellent character luck. My artifact luck is terrible, though, and I never get 5-star weapons. I don't even get the 4-star weapons that I want. My weapon luck is absolutely terrible. All of it went into Memory of Dust. That is the only time I have been lucky with a weapon. All of it went to Memory of Dust. Longest time is spent farming for Bilge's child, Raiden and Ganyu. Oof.
The birds used to chirp really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances. Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment.
Yep. Scratch that. Longest bill's child writing and catching because you built her twice. Oof. Watched a streamer yesterday win every 50-50 for Sinnoh C0 to C6. That's incredible. Good for them. That is awesome.
Climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, they reach a sort of homeostasis with their environment.
We call that evolution.
This equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes, causing people's bodies to react in abnormal ways. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so they fall ill.
That makes sense.
Then why are we okay?
Because we're not normal. We established this with
I'm
Albedo.
not sure why you are, but she and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change.
Oh, we were talking about Paimon specifically? Well, Paimon is weird. There is something weird about Paimon, and I have been saying this since day one. Paimon is hiding something. There is something weird about Paimon. She's gonna be the final boss or something. Just wait.
Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab.
And me.
That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something.
I want to keep the pet mechanical crab. Missed Xiao on his first banner because of bad RNG, and his second banner because I was on a Genshin break and didn't know he was back. Ah. That sucks. Well, his banner will come back around again. It definitely will. Probably even soon, because Lantern Festival.
No wind. Target parameters, normal. Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
A purification device that I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region!
Actually, is Lantern Right around now, or was it at the beginning of the year? Might have been at the beginning of the year. I don't remember anymore. Lantern Right is really cool, though. I love Lantern Right. The first Lantern Right was incredible. I'm really sad that we weren't streaming for it, because it was incredible. Xiao has had 3 banners. Nice. That's if you return to Genshin and start grinding for gems again. I mean, honestly, even if you're unsure of whether or not you'll come back, doing your dailies once a day only takes like 5 or 10 minutes. If you really wanted to. If you really wanted to. But, like, obviously, don't push yourself to spend time on a game if you no longer like it. Remember finishing your gems before stopping? Ah. Yeah. That'll take a little bit to recoup then. But, side note, if you do like to invest money into Primo Gems, like you, I don't know, have a birthday gift or something and you want to throw it at the game, they've started resetting the bonuses for the Primo Gem top-offs. So, if you had used those in the past, you can now use them again, most likely, because they reset them.
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can fix. The purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily.
Playing Tower of Fantasy is less time demanding in terms of exploration. I wouldn't know. I haven't played. I've seen some other people, but I'm just not interested in it.
If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, we'll need to tackle the source.
Oh, they do the reset on Genshin's anniversary. That makes sense. That makes sense. I've never paid attention to the actual timing of it because I've never bought any of the Primogem packs, so I never really had any reason to care. But I notice when they do it because, you know, a lot of the time, like, streamers will do giveaways and stuff like that, so I notice. Do I know Honkai Impact? I do, and I am very much not interested in Honkai Impact. It would definitely give me migraine problems. There is no way that it wouldn't. Played Tower of Fantasy and couldn't get into it? Yeah. You know, I've heard a lot of people enjoying Tower of Fantasy, and, you know, good for them. I'm glad they're enjoying themselves. Basically, Genshin with Honkai looks. That's probably why I don't like it. It's like, actually, great example of, again, I don't really like sci-fi type games, usually. But, one series that I do actually really enjoy is Phantasy Star. And they actually have a newer online game again right now, and it's Phantasy Star Online New Genesis. And I'm so sad because I actually really love Phantasy Star Online, and I even got Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis and was playing it for probably about a month, maybe just a few weeks. I'm not sure. It wasn't very long because despite the fact that I was thoroughly enjoying it, like, I loved it, I highly recommend it. There's no way to turn down the light effects, and there's a lot of them in battle. So I was getting just constant, terrible migraines by the time I was finally like, you know, I need to stop playing because this game is triggering my migraines. I can't play it, and it's so sad because I loved it. I loved that game. It was so much fun. I had so much nostalgia because I loved Phantasy Star Universe when I was really young. So, like, I was super happy to play, and it is so much fun. I highly recommend it. But also, if you're like me and you have migraines, you might not be able to play it. At the very least, you might not be able to play it for very long. You might have to, like, play it in small doses. I decided to just stop playing it because I want to play it in large doses. So, it made me sad. Flashbangs him, yeah. But, you know, it was still fairly new when I was playing, so maybe someday down the road they'll add settings so that you can turn that down, or maybe they'll just reduce them naturally and then I'll be able to play, because that's literally it. I just need them to turn down the light effects, and then I could play. You played on the Asia server, but that closed a while back? Ah. So you lost all the progress, and after the global one released, you played a bit. Well, maybe someday, maybe if they add some ability for me to, you know, not get migraines, maybe someday that'll be a game that we play on this channel too, because I loved it and I would happily make it, like, my second main game. And we would play Genshin and PSO New Genesis, and then just, you know, whatever other variety games we're playing at the time. I would love to play it. I just need it to not give me migraines.
That's right.
Tainari agrees.
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting a little strange.
Something's approaching.
Oh no? Oh, crocodiles!
So that's it. Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return.
If we leave them alone, it'll be fine.
Don't let them get close to the purification device.
Oh, actually, yeah, good point. You had Phantasy Star Nova? I never got to play that. I only got to play Phantasy Star Universe.
Emerge, right?
Which makes me sad, because, like, I really liked Universe, and I bet I would really enjoy other Phantasy Star games, too. Is that your friends?
Hey! Where are you? Wait for us! Let's hurry and keep up.
I would love to if you would stop being in my face.
The mechanical crab went that way. Let's keep up.
Help!
Uh-oh.
Help!
Let me just...
Right here, right now. Emerge.
Boring.
Easy. You alright there? Oh, well, I wanted to investigate the thing!
Spare me. Please spare me.
Dude, I'm not going to hurt you.
Are you okay?
Weapon customs were quite nice, and you fight giant mechanical bosses, which you can summon after. Neat. That sounds kind of neat.
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Who are you all? What happened to those mechanical monsters?
I blew them up.
Don't worry, we took care of them.
I'm good at exploding
Oh,
things.
Good. That's good.
You should probably breathe a little. Don't worry, this one's friendly.
It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
No, this one's friendly. It's okay. It's my pet.
How do we explain this? Krabby here isn't a bad guy. It heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be. Maybe it's gonna partner up with the other mechanical monsters and kill me.
Dude, it's a machine. It doesn't fake things, okay? You're fine. Klee loves exploding things too, and she's also red. Sounds like Klee and I probably get along. Actually, I love Albedo and Klee very much. I do. And she's also an elf. Are you Klee? No. I'm definitely not Klee. For one thing, I'm significantly older than Klee. But maybe I could be Klee's mom.
Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical freaks. I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died.
Relative then? Maybe. Possibly. Who knows?
I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. Yes. I have to escape. Be careful. These mechanical life forms are up to no good.
Dude, calm down.
It'd be best if you stayed far, far away from them. No wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms.
That's not why they wanted to ban them.
Those things should be annihilated.
Dude, calm down.
Are you okay?
No, he's definitely
His
not
inarticulate
okay.
Speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption.
Yes.
He's been inside the contaminated region for too long.
Yeah.
We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. At that point, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal.
Klee has niche attack range because of her bombs. She does a lot of damage. Alright, Asabi. Also, she's cute as fuck. She is adorable. I love when she's with Albedo and they just have these, like, father-daughter interactions, and it's so precious and wholesome. I love them together. They're so cute. Albedo is such a good dad. Looks like it's expected. We did tell it that we would give it parts if it brought us into the contaminated zone. We did say that.
So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
Yep.
It's so hard to understand.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it? Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you, I wonder? You're like a giant mechanical crab on the outside and a fluffy little hamster on the inside.
That's why I
And
love them.
also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
Nah, they're not evil. Good crab.
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
Maybe there really is a
It
hamster and a
seems
wheel
like
at
it
its core.
possesses limited understanding only towards matters related to mechanical components. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why it, or rather its owner, is collecting so many components, I'm not sure. It's getting late, so let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further tomorrow, after a night's rest.
All we gotta do is set up tent, find...
Hey, over here! Come on, you
Tighnari's
big
calling
lummox.
us.
Raise your head and look up.
Tighnari's insulting us! Ah, I like this quest. I am the Lummox. I am here.
Let's set up camp here.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
This is fun. I wonder if we're gonna have to go and, like, collect firewood and stuff again. For anybody that missed it during the commercial, Tighnari not only called us, he beckoned us. He also insulted us. In a teasing way. He called us a lummox. It was cute.
Oh. Any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent.
Is it?
We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
Yep. That sure is Paimon.
You're not wrong, but the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below.
Yes.
Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places.
Yes.
For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent, you'll be in charge of making the fire, and Paimon will forage for edibles nearby.
So I'm collecting firewood again.
Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
I don't know if I
I'm
trust
not
Paimon to
expecting
collect
that
food.
much. Just do what you can.
I already have food in my bag we could use.
That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness.
Or I
The
could use
pits
pyro.
are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Doesn't matter.
Traveler, Tighnari, Paimon couldn't find any food.
Called it.
Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. There were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible. Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but the dead leaves on top suddenly started moving. It freaked Paimon out.
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were.
Paimon's useless.
Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food. Oh, you found some already.
What a good crab! It's more useful than Paimon!
Hey!
Shut up, Paimon. It's more useful. Good crab.
Understands it this time. It wants mechanical parts again.
He.
Sorry, no part this time.
But why? It was good! But it was
Task
good!
wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system.
At least give it some
I'll
head
let little
pats!
things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
Okay. But can we give it head pats?
That is one reason.
Running low on parts. Oh no. Oh, I'll give you head pats!
Really sad.
Give it head pats!
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. All right, here's another for you.
Yes.
I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two can sleep first. I'll wake you up later.
We need lookouts?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard. It's settled then. I'll set up some pest-repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent. Have
That's a
good
good idea.
night. Not too good, though.
I like Tainari. I like him so much. Okay, into the tent.
Paimon's getting sleepy. Is this because of the ley lines?
No, it's probably
Been a
because of the
while since
incense.
we camped outside like this. This is like when we just started adventuring together. Nighty-night.
Am I gonna have a weird dream again?
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well?
Hang out with Tainari time?
That's good. I was worried that you two wouldn't be able to sleep, so I specially used 2 of my homemade incenses.
Called it!
Don't worry. They're made from all natural ingredients. They have a light fragrance and aren't harmful to the body. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab?
Nope. I've been sleeping.
It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went.
It's probably just looking for more things to give you so that you'll give it more parts.
So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner.
I'm not too
A ley
worried.
line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines.
Yeah, but I'm not worried
Until
about
we
Crab
fully
Friend.
understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned mechanical lifeform research for years, so the origin of these creatures is very suspect.
Pan research.
Topics related to mechanical lifeforms were popular in the Spontama for a time. Some of my juniors had also thrown themselves into such research. They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical lifeform that could help humanity conquer nature. However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can never possess self-awareness like us or other living organisms. In their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical and biological lifeforms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals. Research on mechanical lifeforms was thus banned. The irony is that the researchers became even more impetuous afterward. Who knows? Maybe this subject will be unbanned in a few years.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with banning things like that, is that more often than not, it doesn't stop it from happening. It just makes it happen in more awful ways.
That's a difficult question to answer. I'm interested in the topic of mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes.
Yeah.
It's just my personal opinion. My ancestors and the Valuka Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The bloodline of my people was born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it.
Yes.
Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention I have with some researchers, and why I left the academia.
That's why
By
I like
placing
you.
yourself above other life forms, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions?
Yep.
Really? Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Crab Friend. Hello,
Coffee?
friend.
Did you prepare this for us?
You made coffee? Precious mechanical crab friend. Best mechanical crab friend. Makes coffee.
All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part. You're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power. All right, suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it with her. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
I'm not sure we should drink the coffee. I'm a little concerned about Crab Friend making coffee. It doesn't really seem like their specialty.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night.
Adorable Crab Friend was being adorable. Punishment is just solo watching. No, that is a terrible idea.
Really? You're not mad?
Nah, it's fine.
Don't worry. Paimon will be sure to stay awake next time.
Joined the Discord? Awesome! Welcome to the Discord. I hope you enjoy it. It's pretty comfy, you know? The Discord's pretty comfy. I like to talk to people in there a little bit. Let people tell me about their days and stuff. So, I like it. Also, it's a nice alternative to getting notifications, because Twitch is, not always good at sending out notifications when we go live, and not everybody wants to be on Twitter, so I like Discord for that.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Do you feel off at all?
I'm alright. Apparently I'm a little dizzy, though. Twitch notifications only come once in a while. Yeah, they're kind of, I don't know what's wrong with them. Sometimes they take forever to go out, and sometimes they don't go out at all, and I find that irritating.
Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading out earlier today. I'll take down the tent.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame.
I can do that.
Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night. We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
I can do that, too.
Paimon will take care of the fire.
Of course Paimon's taking care of the fire. Paimon's probably going to screw up taking care of the fire.
All right. Let's meet back here later.
I wish I at least knew why the going live notifications on Twitch had so many problems. Because it sucks not having any idea why it's a problem. Because there's no ability to know, like, is it something that I'm doing? Like, I mean when I don't get notifications from others, not my own notifications. Like, it's pretty consistent to not get a notification that somebody's gone live until many minutes after they've gone live, sometimes even hours. And I just wish I had an explanation for it, so that I knew if it was like my internet wasn't behaving properly, or
it's about time to head out.
You know,
as we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines.
Or if it was like, I have Twitch open on my computer and I'm lurking in somebody's stream, so I'm not getting notifications because of that. You know, or something. I just wish I had an explanation. Paimon's gonna fall into the fire, probably. Which is probably 10 different reasons, also probably likely. There's probably all kinds of reasons that it happens. I wish I knew if some of the reasons were things that were in my control that I could do something about.
The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination.
How long is this quest? We go this way?
As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
That's not surprising. Considering there's a mechanical monster going out and retrieving parts. Genshin Quest is usually long as F. Yeah. You're right. Come this way, monster. Come this way where my attacks can hit you. Come closer.
Right here.
Come closer.
Emerge. Right here.
Easy. Someone's been surrounded by hilly drills. Oh, good. We're saving someone else. Oh, wait. This way? In the tunnel? Oh, it must have been a world quest.
It stopped here.
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different. Leyline energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves. We're going in.
Teleport waypoint unlocked. Oh. Contamination source. Sure, let's go in. This is probably a fine party. We get to bring Tainari? Neat. Okay, hold on. Let me... Before we get too far in here, let's do a thing. This is for healing. There.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They made this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
Why would I sneak by when I can fight them? Our fantasy marks everything on your map, tracks everything you need for map projects. Yeah, they do that in Genshin too. I just like to put down markers myself, so that it's... Well, we probably can't see the map in here. Oh, we can. So like all these side quests and stuff that I have marked, they actually show up on the map. But I mark them so that I can see where they are from further away. Just makes it easier on me. Oh, they marked the chests and stuff? I kind of liked that in, Enkanomiya. I did like that in Enkanomiya. But honestly, in the overworld, I kind of like looking for them. You know? If I wanted to easily find them without exploring, I could use my treasure compass for that.
What is this?
I don't feel too well. Also, never seen a machine like this before. This is true.
Leyline energy is spilling out from here. This device, it's extracting energy from the ley lines without end.
That sounds bad.
Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually disrupted like this.
That's terrible. We have to stop it. Let Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere.
Had fun with Genshin, just got lazy and had less time. Well, hey, listen. If you didn't know about it already, as far as the treasure chests go, at least, there's a treasure compass you can get, and there's a it's not a gadget, but maybe it is a gadget. I'm not sure. There's a thing you can craft at, I think it's the blacksmith. It might be the alchemy stand that you can use to track the different oculi too. The things that let you level up the statues. There's a thing you can craft to track those too, so that you don't have to look as hard for them. So future reference, you can make your exploring easier.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in leyline energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body.
I'm sure I'll be
Come
fine.
on and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
Okay, but I'd probably be more fine than you.
You're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right?
Maybe he's not.
Staying. We can't leave you here by yourself.
He is a different species than us.
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here, then there must be a trapdoor somewhere.
Pretty sure Paimon can't actually die. She probably can't. Something is weird about Paimon. Paimon has secrets. And we're going to find them out eventually. I'm not sure how hard I should be looking around in here for treasure chests. I love the little trail that our new mama bird pet leaves behind. She's so pretty. Oh, I just ran right by a chest. I'm so distracted. My pet is pretty. Can I jump on this? No.
What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
This is very interesting in here. It reminds me of Albedo.
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that machine now!
Paimon, I think they're unconscious. Paimon? Paimon.
His body is cold.
Are they dead?
It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collapsed and never got back up. What exactly happened here? Almost forgot about you. Here, this is the last one.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research documents if we keep going. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look. Maybe we can piece together what happened here.
Hero Fantasy has things to help you get boosts in height. See, that's one of the things that I actually, I liked that about Phantasy Star 2 New Genesis. There's basically when you, like, run and dash, you can give yourself boosts and jump really high and stuff, and I thought that was really fun. So I found that really enjoyable when exploring. It's just a lot of fun to, like, jump around on mountains and stuff and glide. Because you glide with instead of a glider, you essentially have hover boots.
Hiding spot with how hidden it is.
Or jet boots, rather.
The pipes continue further. Let's head in.
So you leave behind, like, this neat light trail. It doesn't look like flaming, you know, blasters like you would normally imagine when you think jet boots. It's more like a trail of light, kinda. It's cool. You heard that it lacks depth. The early story is a little bit, it's a little bit of a story. But, the later story, from what I understand, is better. But the initial story is kind of like, it's very cliche.
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from 2 years ago.
So this guy's been dead for 2 years?
Yes, the Spontima created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the final production into a tape. However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do not see wider usage.
Come on, let's watch it.
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape.
Movie time?
Okay, this should do it.
Movie time?
Karkata? Karkata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone?
Is that the crab's name? We know their name!
There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh? You're also quite happy. Karkata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists. I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine. Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being. It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
Kinda wholesome.
Karkata is the mechanical crab, right?
Not gonna spend anything on TOF. I think that's a good idea. The limited impression I've had of Tower of Fantasy is that it doesn't seem like the kind of game that I would personally want to spend money on. It would feel like a waste to me. But apparently I don't play gacha games right. So, waiting for him to open the robot and reveal the hamster inside. There's gotta be like some kind of wholesome thing inside this robot because it's so wholesome.
And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the academia?
Definitely isn't as refined as Genshin. Yeah. But, maybe over time it'll be like PSO2, New Genesis, where, like, it started off kind of unrefined, but even while I was playing, they were still making improvements, and it was a really fun game. Tower of Fantasy could have that kind of potential. It's just not for me. That's all.
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the academia for researching mechanical life forms.
It seems like the research he wanted to do on mechanical life forms was kind of good, though.
Junior researcher?
Yeah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
Age means nothing.
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
In the beginning, there was quite a lot of translation mismatches. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, honestly, even Genshin, with how much work is put into Genshin, even they occasionally have things that, like, the voice lines don't match up to the text.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on display.
It's because you're cute.
That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape recordings.
It's because he's cute. It's because he's cute. Because he's cute. Tainari does not appreciate how cute he is. Because to him it's normal, it's just the way he's always been. He doesn't appreciate. Should I be using this? Secrets? Did I just find secrets? I don't think we're allowed to go this way yet. Also, I ran by a chest again. We've got to finish this up. My throat is starting to hurt.
Look! Paimon found another tape! A date is written on it. Let Paimon see. It's from a half a year ago!
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters?
You don't even mean voice lines yet? Or lines that says enemies have 50% electro damage reduction and then enemies resist 50% ice damage? That's inconsistent.
All right, there you go. Water entered the Keela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare.
That's why it's getting parts.
I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk. Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw us talking with each other. Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I died.
Except they did.
I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
They did, and they're trying to fix him. That's why they're getting the parts. They're trying to fix him.
After Abatui left the Academia, everyone lost contact with him.
They have a very simple understanding, I'm guessing. Like a child. Where they think that if they go out and get the parts, because he was saying that they don't have a lot of money to be able to afford more parts. So they think if they go out and get the parts, that will solve the problem, and then he'll be okay. They don't understand that he's dead, that they can't just fix him by solving the problem.
I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts. Why would he mess with ley lines?
Needs the power.
Let's keep looking around.
Yeah, Karkata is either trying to fix him, literally, or trying to fix the problem of not being able to get more parts, and thinks that will make him better.
Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say. These are the last 2 tape recordings. Let's watch them.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today might become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous. I've officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor. The ley lines will serve as our power source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being.
Sounds like he's messing with nature's balance. Yeah, he's... I'm guessing something getting desperate, making bad decisions.
I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses based on preset commands or keywords. Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once.
But they are.
Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either.
That's the thing. I think Karkata does have a very limited understanding. Like I said, like a child's understanding. It's very limited.
It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice. This is new. If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus... of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses? Karkata, come help me.
Karkata doesn't know how to help you. You have to teach them.
Strange. I feel weak. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control.
Yeah, cut the meds keeping you alive so you can work on the robot. Yep. Like I said, he was starting to make desperate decisions that were not good decisions. And now he wants, replace robot with child. He wants a child to turn off the complicated machine that he has not taught the child how to turn off. Literally, replace robot with child and everything fits perfectly.
Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand what I'm saying.
Just like a child.
In the end, it's just like the academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. My research... Was there any point to it at all? I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a true mechanical life form.
I see. So the ley line effluence was an accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor. This eventually resulted in severe damage to the ley lines.
Yep.
Paimon understands. Then why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because Karkata was a success. He's just overestimating the potential that Karkata would immediately have, instead of realizing that he essentially has a child with him. He expects the machine to just immediately be as intelligent as him, an adult researcher at that. That's not how it works. Karkata, you made a baby.
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. To Abatui, Only a machine with these features could be considered a mechanical life form. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted research. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental product, he would have noticed.
Yep.
Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about Abatui far more than it does about itself.
Yep.
What does that mean?
It means it is alive.
You'll see in a bit. But before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down.
Alright. We do the thing. Now we're allowed to go this way. Oh! Well, that happened.
More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze.
What if I jump down? Another door over there. I don't think we can go through that, though. What's this way? Oh, does it just loop around? Yeah, it just loops around. What's over here? Oh, that's where we fell through. This is interesting. I like this significantly better than when they try to make broken paths and I fall through them. Is this just gonna go into the circle like the other one? Probably. How much did I decorate my teapot? I've only really decorated, like, the initial section of the first island. I have the other islands unlocked, but I haven't done anything with them. You know, purely unlocked them just to do the unlock thing, get the extra points and stuff. I don't like it when it does that with my camera.
Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
Yes, in a moment, Paimon. First I have to make sure there aren't any other secret paths. Oh. We made friends.
Burst forth.
Right here.
Useless.
If it looks like the way you need to go, then you go the other way first. Exactly. We never go the right way first if we can avoid it.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also shut down.
But what about Karkata? Okay, but what about Karkata?
Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair themselves. Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata. Let's head back.
Yes. We need to find new power sources for Karkata now. Because the way we understand it, Karkata is reliant on the ley lines. So... yeah, is the good boy going to live? Exactly. I love the good boy. He's a good boy and I love him. You can't fix him. That's not how it works. I was right. Karkata's a child. Can't fix dead, friend. Tainari, you need to explain dead to him.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Yep.
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational state.
Yep.
It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
Exactly.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. No one knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed.
Yep, exactly. Good boy hasn't realized he isn't made of parts. Yep.
If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tainari says you're awesome!
He needs repairs. He hasn't been doing anything to repair himself.
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts. It's a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long. I'm going to confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Come with me.
But can
Let
you fix
them
him?
Be alone for a while.
The question we all really want to know is, Tainari, you're real smart. Can you fix him? Can you fix the good boy? Because we love him. Then again, you know, maybe this is better than going back to the academia and being researched on.
The ley line extractor has ceased operations.
I would love to have the good boy in our teapot. I would be okay with that. We don't have to tell the academia about the good boy. He can stay in our teapot forever. We will love him and cherish him, and not research on him.
Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. The purification devices will handle the rest. Moving on, those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement on the bulletin board about the dangers of entering the contaminated region, and for symptomatic individuals to find Kale.
Okay, but what about Karkata? Maybe upgrade him to a giant mecha? Maybe.
According to the Academia's policies, we need to bring everything back.
But I don't want to.
Research materials related to mechanical life forms will be destroyed, and Karkata will be disassembled and sealed away.
He can stay in my teapot. He can stay in my teapot. They never have to know. They literally never have to know. He could go in my teapot.
What the heck?
You wouldn't give them a human to research on. You wouldn't give them a human to disassemble.
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here.
I'm not okay with this.
Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your bodies won't be able to hold up if you continue to stay here.
Maybe be a giant mecha or a mecha girl. That would be good too. Karkata could be like our cute little housemaid. Karkata could be our cute little housemaid. And just chill inside the house being adorable. And making coffee. That would make Karkata happy.
But...
Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much use here.
I'm reading between the lines. You're saying you're gonna cover this up, and that I should leave so that I won't know anything about it. Right? Right, Tainari?
Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow. Oh, and don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
I think he's gonna cover it up. This is why I love Tainari. Tainari gets it. You're gonna cover this up, and you're gonna repair Karkata, right? And he's gonna be the goodest good boy, and he's gonna go in our teapot. You get it? I trust you.
Alright. Then... let's go back to Catherine.
Paimon doesn't get it. It's okay. Tainari's gonna take care of this. I trust Tainari. Tainari doesn't want us to be involved for a reason. He's gonna take care of this. Maybe he'll become small good boy and follow us around. I hope. I hope. Oh, that's an alligator. Crocodile. Thing. I don't know what they're called. It's hissing at us. It's not happy. Anyway. That's gonna be our pause point for today. Because we just got to a point where it says the quest is done. So we pause. Wait, let's see if we can do a turn-in from that. That was over here, I think. Do I have turn-ins from completing that? I would like to have my reputation quests. No. I was hoping. Oh well. We pause. We pause for today. Maybe tomorrow we come back and we do more. But for today, we pause. So let's go ahead. We'll go over to the just chatting screen and we'll find our raid target.